Hello, my name is Pejam Bartley. I am the Library Director of Boxborough's Sargent Memorial Library. Welcome to the Indian Music and Dance Festival with classical and Tagore's music. This program will be performed by Ms. Maitre Chakraborty's students. They will be accompanying themselves on keyboard and electronic tabla. Our communities have become more and more diverse, and I see this as a cause for celebration. We live among so many beautiful cultures. But as with all library programs, I would like to take a minute to look back and acknowledge that the land the library is on is the original homelands of the Pawtucket, the Nipmuc, and the Massachusetts tribes. The library honors with gratitude the land itself and the people who have stewarded throughout the generation. I would also like to take a minute to thank the supports of the Acton-Boxborough, Concord, Littleton, Sudbury, and Westford Cultural Councils. These are the local agencies supported by the Massachusetts Cultural Council. And now let me introduce the presenters of today's program and turn it over to them. Please welcome Ms. Maitre Chakraborty and Arpita Pathak. Thank you and enjoy the show.
Namaskar and good morning. I'm Maitri Chakraborty. I want to thank Peshan for your beautiful introduction to the program. I also want to thank the Sargent Memorial Library for giving us this opportunity to collaborate with them. And also, in this ever-changing COVID times, we were supposed to have an in-person program, and from that, it changed to this digital program. But I promise we are going to do the best of it. I'm the fortunate teacher for the students who will be performing today. And you can see on the screen my co-host, Arpita Pathak. And Arpita, you want to say something?
Namaskar. Yes, I'm very excited. Thank you for inviting me, Moitri, to be part of this show. And thank you, Peshan, for hosting this and letting us um, share all this music and dance that we are going to do today. I wanted to also say a special thanks to Mark Crory from Littleton TV. He will be airing this on the local channels, will be making us famous. So thank you, Mark. And with that, we can start today's performances. Would like to welcome the audience, and we go on to our first performance of the day.
Yeah. So our first participants are the youngest members. They are really cute, youngest singers. We have Avani Mahajan, who is 9, and Triyaksha Ganguly, who is 8. And they will be performing the opening duet. A Bandish, actually, since you guys are already on the screen, maybe we would like to ask you some questions. How about Orpita? You want to ask them some questions? Orpita, you're mute.
So one of the things that we are trying to do here today, we already know all our participants and performers are very much into music. They love singing, but we also are going to highlight a little bit about their other passions and what other interests and hobbies do they have. And Avni, she's 9 years old, and besides music, she also loves baking, swimming, reading, and writing. And out of all this, she loves writing a lot, and she writes stories, poems, and songs. So, Avni, would you like to share a poem today that you have written?
Yes, thank you. So I have written a poem about my family. I really care about you. I really care. Of all those fun memories we shared, you always support me all the way through. All seems easy when I'm with you. Whenever I'm worried or whenever I'm stressed, you always say, try your best. I really love you. I really do. And I know that you love me too.
Wow.
That is absolutely amazing. Oh my goodness.
That
Thank
is
you.
a wow. That is a wow. Good job, Avani. Wonderful.
That is wonderful. Awesome.
That is
Um, Thank you. Thank you, Avni. Now, Triya, you are 8 years old, and I know that apart from music, you also learn violin, you do figure skating, you're going to perform on skates the first time in January. I'm sure you're practicing for that. But I also learned that you like to make loom bracelets for your family and friends. Would you like to show us some of your creations?
Yes, I have a few types of bracelets that I really like. I always make these for my extra time when I have open free time. So, my first one is a keychain.
That's very pretty.
Yes, I have a few multicolored rubber bands that I like to use, and I use this in school, a mask holder.
That is very useful.
And when I need don't need to wear my mask, I just take it off and it just hangs like a necklace. And these are four types of bracelets that I always make. A regular types of loom bracelet, which is one color in each rubber band holder, and I I have most of my bracelets are like these because they're really simple. And I also like to make beaded loom bracelets, which are pretty hard to make because the rubber bands are smaller than the beads. So all I have to do is hook the beads on the rubber bands and then just loop everything like there's no beads on it.
Wow, that is beautiful. Thank you for sharing all these bracelets with us.
Now, shall
Um,
we go on to their song? That is beautiful. I loved your presentation.
yeah.
Can we go on to what you're going to present today?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So today, Avani and Triya are going to present an invocation song for the mother goddess, and it is set in Rag Bhairavi, and it's a bandish, and it's in a very tricky beat. It's jhap tal, which is 10 beats. All right, let's hear what they're singing. As we wait for the video, there you go.
Namaskar. Bhavani Dayani Bhavani Dayani Mahabharata Vani Surana
That was very, very nice. Thank you,
Very nice.
Priya and Avani.
Very beautiful. Our next participant is Rihanna. Rihanna is not here today, but I would like to share something about Rihanna. She is 9 years old. She's an avid reader. She loves music, dancing, robotics, artwork, and soccer. So, quite a wide spectrum. Mochi, will you tell us a little bit about the song she's going to sing?
Yes. So Rihanna has learned this song, which is a childhood favorite of mine. So this song brings many memories of Children's Little Theatre in Kolkata, where I was a part of. It's a song of a little girl who looks out the window and sees a bunch of birds gathered in that big Oshoth tree. And it's like they're having a party together. So it's a children's song written by Shamur Chatterjee, um, the leader of CLT. So that's the song Rihanna is going to present today.
আকাশ ছোঁয়া অসুদ কাছে রঙিন পাখির মেলা একটানা তাই জলসা চলে নিত্য সারা বেলা ও আকাশ ছোঁয়া অসুদ কাছে রঙিন পাখির মেলা একটানা তাই জলসা চলে নিত্য সারা বেলা ফিঙে নাচে দোয়েল নাচে ফিঙে নাচে দোয়েল নাচে ময়না বাজায় বাঁশি গাছ বিড়ালি ময়ূর নাচে প্যাঁচার তোতেও হাসি ফিঙে নাচে দোয়েল নাচে ময়না বাজায় বাঁশি গাছ বিড়ালি ময়ূর নাচে প্যাঁচার ঠোঁটেও হাসি জানলা দিয়ে অবাক হয়ে দেখছি পাখির মেলা একটানা তাই জলসা চলে নিত্য সারা বেলা ও আকাশ ছোঁয়া অসুদ কাছে রঙিন পাখির মেলা একটানা তাই জলসা চলে নিত্য সারা বেলা ও আকাশ ছোঁয়া অসুদ কাছে রঙিন পাখির মেলা একটানা তাই জলসা চলে নিত্য সারা বেলা একটানা তাই জলসা চলে নিত্য সারা বেলা
Very, very nice. Good job. And
That was
I also have
wonderful.
to tell you, tell the audience and everyone else, is that video, that very colorful, dramatic video was made by her mom, Pubali Banerjee. So thank you, Pubali. Um, so our next singer is the man of Gurukul, uh, where I teach. Uh, he is Arohan Pathak. Arohan is 14 and he has so many interests. He plays the piano, he's into basketball and soccer, he loves robotics. But on top of everything else, what is amazing to me, and you, Arohan, you talk to me about it all the time, are your entrepreneurial streak. You have this thing about you, like you always want to make something, create something, sell something. Now, I want to know about your most recent business idea and how successful it was.
Okay, so my most recent business idea was actually a car detailing service that I did as a summer gig with a few friends, with two friends over last summer. So, the main reason I chose car detailing, a detailing service, was mainly because, in my childhood, when the car was dirty, our cars, I would find every little last bit of time that I had to myself to go out there and spend a few hours on cleaning the car, doing whatever I can. And, yeah, so that's the main reason I started the car detailing, and I did it with two other partners. We also created social media like Facebook, Instagram, and an email. And yeah, so we learned marketing, accounting, customer service, all the main key points to owning a business. Um, and yeah, so even though it was a lot of hard work, we spent maybe 7, 6 hours every day in the summer working on cars. It was still a lot of fun because we got to see cars that we'd never seen the inside of, such as like Mercedes G wagons, BMW convertibles, BMW SUVs, Mercedes SUVs, all that stuff. So even though it was hard work, we just enjoyed the whole way through and had fun. We would just play music whenever we wanted to. Sometimes we even dumped soap on each other for fun with the leftover soap. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and yeah, it was
That
really hot. But yeah.
that is, I don't have any words. And this guy is 14. Are you sure you're 14? Maybe you should give a business 101 idea class to adults like me. All right, all right. Really, really impressive. Really impressive. So, so Arohan is going through this heebie-jeebies of voice change. Okay, so we had to select a piece for him, which had notes on the lower register, right, Arohan? And and so Arohan will be presenting to you a song, a song by Rabindranath Tagore. As a lot of you know, Rabindranath Tagore was the first Asian Nobel laureate who lived in the late 19th century, Bengali, and he wrote in Bengali. And this particular poem or the song, the lyrics are very philosophical and deep. But again, we chose this song because of the lower note structure. So, okay, Arhun, let's hear it.
Namaskar.
That's beautiful, Arahun. I have to tell you guys that, I see a lot of people watching us from India. Thank you. This time difference and all that, they are watching, and I'm so thankful to them. And of course, I thank all the people who are watching from here. So, Orpita, you want to introduce the next participant?
Yeah. So now next participant is Prisha. Prisha is 13 and she is not only a Hindustani music singer, but she also learns Kathak dance and Bharatanatyam dance. Um, I would like to ask her a few things, but Mochi, do you want to first introduce her song, and then I can ask her a very interesting question of how she manages to learn these different types of Indian classical dance and music.
I know you have that beautiful question in your bag, but let me first let me first tell what Prisha is going to sing. So she will be singing a bandish in Rag Khamaj, set in Teen Tal, which is 16 beats.
नमस्कार साखिरी देखो आया नवाला किशोर साखिरी देखो आया नवाला किशोर बजाए मीठी रागा हिंदोल साखिरी देखो आया नवाला किशोर सुनी वेणु धेनु पुकार जो जोर सुनी वेणु धेनु पुकार जो जोर मगन रसिया मुस्काए माला चोर सखिनी देखो आया नवाला किशोर साखिनी देखो सगमा मगमा मनि दम पदम गपा मगरिस साखिनी देखो साखिनी देखो आया नवाला किशोर साखिनी देखो सगमा पगमा दम सनि दम पदम गपा मगरिस साखिनी देखो आया नवाला किशोर साखिनी साखिनी देखो आया नवाला कि सगमा गरे सनि सगमा पमा गरे सनि सगमा पद पमा गरे सनि सगमा पद नि द पमा गरे साखिनी देखो आया नवाला कि साखिनी देखो आया नवाला किशोर साखिनी देखो आया साखिनी 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 देखो आया नवाला किशोर.
That was incredible, Prisha. That was beautiful.
And I also want to tell the audience that when we were supposed to have it in person, we were supposed to have musicians who were going to accompany them on keyboard and tabla. But once it became digital, as you can all see, they are accompanying themselves on the keyboard or harmonium, and then they are using an electronic tabla, which is actually much, much trickier to use than a real tabla, because a real tabla can make up if you make a mistake. But in electronic tabla will not forgive your mistakes. So I'm very proud of these students.
That, and I have to say this now, Moitri, that's just incredible that you have managed to teach them via Zoom or online, not only to sing but to be able to accompany themselves. Like, that is a whole learning genre on its own part. People take classes for just learning how to play the keyboard, or and they can just do it seamlessly. It's just amazing.
Thank you, Orpita, for that vote of confidence. But I think it's a receiver. It's all on the receiver. They can take it, and so my job becomes easy.
Well, that's very, very humble of you, but it is amazing how the kids perform. So, Prisha, can we see
Yes,
you? There you are. Yes.
looks so pretty.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about how you manage to switch, or how do you adapt to different, very different styles of dance. They're both Indian classical dances, and anybody who learns that know it's very rigorous. Moitri has done Kathak, I've done Bharatanatyam, but you are learning both, and you are doing Hindustani music. How do you connect them all?
So Hindustani music kind of connects with Kathak through dal, because they both have similar dal and like the same dal structures. So some things that I learned in Hindustani music can sometimes be applied to Kathak and I can use in Kathak. As for navigating between dance styles, Kathak is very like flowy and more, you just have like one main position, which is standing. And while in Bharatanatyam there are like three main positions, which is like standing, half sitting, and then fully sitting. So Bharatanatyam has this half sitting pose that we use most of the time, while Kathak does not. But one similarity between Kathak and Bharatanatyam would be that Kathak and Bharatanatyam both have similar hand gestures called mudras. So those can also be helpful and can be applied through both dances.
That
Wow.
is awesome.
What an amazing answer, Prisha. Amazing answer. Thank you. Thank you. So, believe it or not, the next item is going to be Prisha doing presenting in a Kathak style dance. So Kathak is a dance form of northern part of India. Just letting people who don't know, letting you know. And interestingly, she will dance with her own singing. So the singing has been recorded. So we combined a bandish based on Rag Bilawal with a tarana, and then she's going to be doing a dance on it. Now, Orpita, can you tell me the choreographer's name?
Yes, her Kathak guru is Momita Banerjee. She's a
Okay,
choreographer, and she learns Kathak from her.
phenomenal. So she choreographed it. Okay, so let's do the dance. Let's hear it.
ta re da ni ta da ni da ni di ni ta na re de ta na de no ta na di 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 ta na de re ta re da ni o da ta na di di ta na de re no tom ta di tom ta na tom ta di di ta di ya na re ta da ni ta da ni ta di o da ta na di sa re ga pa ma ga re sa ni sa ta ta na di ga pa ni da ni sa ni da pa ma re sa ta ta na di ga pa da ni sa ni da pa ma re sa ta ta na di di.
Amazing.
One of the characteristics of Kathak is those are those chakras
Chakras.
where you go in circles, and she did that so beautifully. So thank you, Prisha. So our next performer will be Srijit Banerjee, and Srijit is 10 years old, and he loves playing piano, and he's a very interesting guy. He hasn't been learning from me for too long. Actually, he started during the pandemic. So he will be singing Swargam Sangit combined with some lyrics. And the lyrics talk about a little boy who's talking to his mom. And the little boy imagines that the stars are calling out to him, and he feels attracted and he wants to go to the stars. But then he gets scared and he says, "No, I don't want to go to the stars." So it's like a little cute conversation between a child and a mother. So we are going to now listen to Srijit.
নমস্কার, আমার নাম সৃজিত। দেখো ঝিকিমিকি কত তারা বলেছে মা আকাশে, হাত চাইনি দিয়ে দেখে বলে খোকা আয় বেশি বাতাসে। সা রে গা মা রে গা মা পা মা পা
Thank you, Srijit. That was amazing. Very,
That
very
was so
nice.
nice. I have to say, Moitri, you have a knack of picking just the right song for the right kid. I don't know how you do it, but it seems I know most of the kids, and it seems like each of the songs, have been matched for that kids. I can't wait to see what the rest of the performers are going to sing.
I wish I could take credit for that, but it kind of became a coincidence. This particular song that he sang used to be taught to us when we were just beginners. To match the notation with the words. And I don't know who composed the words.
It is
It's
it is so cute.
anonymous. Yeah, it is very cute. So our next performer actually will be an adult who's incredible person and singer. She's Shukonna Lahiri Soderland. And I want to say something about her. So she serves on the executive leadership team of Blue Cross Blue Shield of Massachusetts, where she holds the role of Senior Vice President of Strategy, Innovation, Consulting, and Enterprise Data and Analytics. Quite a mouthful. So, but my question to you, Shukonna, is that you were born and brought up here. You are the generation after us. You're a busy wife, you're a busy mom, and Bengali was not the language in which you were taught in terms of academia. Yet you strive to explore Tagore music in such deep ways. When I teach you, I realize in deep ways, and you continuously try to understand the meanings and the lyrics. And then also you pick songs which are very unusual, which are not sung by many. My question to you is, what drives you? What keeps you motivated? Why? Why Tagore? Why this learning?
That's a great question, Maitridi, and it has been such a pleasure and an honor to be your student over the last year and a half. I've really greatly enjoyed working together so much because, as you know, I started Robindranath Sangeet when I was a teenager. My mother and I would go and learn from Banani Ghosh once a month. And then I lost track of it until most recently now, with the onset of the pandemic. And there are really a few reasons why I am so struck by Rabindranath Sangeet, and I'm compelled to want to make the time to pursue it. The first and probably most obvious reason is because it is a direct connection to my family and my heritage. And it's really an exquisite connection on that front. My parents, and my mother is one of your students, whom we'll all hear from in a moment, but my parents have revered Rabindranath Tagore. We grew up listening to it. Even my daughter, who's now 14, grew up listening to Rabindranath Tagore music with my parents. And so there's a special language of Rabindranath Tagore's music in my house and my family and my heritage, my family in Kolkata as well. So the first reason is really that family and heritage connection. The second, I would say, is that it's been fun for me to do something more creative. My work is very intellectual. I enjoy it, but it's nice to balance that with something creative and to learn a new skill. And so there's a satisfaction in struggling through trying to play the harmonium while I'm singing. And I don't always get to practice as much as I would like to or ought to, but there's still some satisfaction in that. And I do feel it's important to find outlets for creative expression. And people say, singing is a way of opening your throat chakra. It's universal. People break into song and dance when they are expressing joy. And I think it's powerful to find a means of expression that speaks to you, and singing speaks to me. And then finally, and you alluded to this earlier, I think the underpinning reason for it all is that for whatever reasons, the music speaks to my soul. And there's a real poetry of life in Rabindranath Tagore's music. I don't understand all the words because I'm really only fluent in conversational Bengali. But as you know, I'm most interested in the spiritual songs, the songs in the puja category. And I view them almost like my own personal offering. And so that's something very special. It's hard to really describe it fully, but that's why I'm most attracted by those songs. And that's why I enjoy learning and singing and hearing the music and participating. And thank you for the gift of your teaching, which you do with such care and such love. It's really very special, and it's something that even all of these students who are younger are going to honor over the course of their lifetimes.
It is the gift that all of you are giving to me. I'm getting multiple gifts, and what an answer! What a beautiful, beautiful way you explained why you're singing. I cannot find any other better reason. And with our interaction, I know how spiritual you are, and we always try to delve into the meanings of the songs. We translate and do all kinds of stuff. So let's hear your song today. So actually, Shukonna picked a song which is not you. A lot of people haven't heard this song. It's a short composition, but it's set in Jhaptal, which is 10 beats, and let's hear it. Thank you, Shukonna.
Thank you. Namaskar.
That is beautiful.
That was extraordinary.
What I missed saying was that I just wanted to give the audience one sense of the meaning of the song, just the first line. Basically, the first line is come to my heart in gentle steps. That is what the first line means, and then it goes on to the other areas. But it's kind of it could be interpreted as a spiritual song or as a love song.
I think many of Tagore's song falls in that category.
That and then in that ambiguous category,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yes. And I have to say, listening to Shukanya, it also kind of gives me hope that our children, I know that they are all learning now, but I always wonder, school, college life, will it stay with them? Will they be able to, hold on to that?
Exactly.
And this kind of makes me really inspired that, maybe it will, even when we are not there in their lives on an everyday, Tagore will be.
That's my hope. That's my hope.
So our next participant is Shonchita. Shonchita is 12 years old. She is not here live today, but we are going to hear her perform. She enjoys drawing. She loves singing, obviously, and she also likes dancing. She also learns Odissi classical dance, which is another dance form from India. Mochi, will you tell us a little bit about what she is going to perform?
Sure. Recently, she's been learning a lot of Tagore songs from me by demand. This particular song is a song of nature, categorized in nature, and it's set in Tal Dadra, which is 6 beats. So let's hear Shonchita's song.
নমস্কার। সহসা ডালপালা তরুতলা যে ও চাপা ও করবী সহসা ডালপালা তরুতলা যে ও চাপা ও করবী কারে তুই দেখতে পেলি আকাশ মাঝে জানি না যে জানি না যে সহসা ডালপালা তরুতলা যে ও চাপা ও করবী কোন সুরের মাতোয়ার হাওয়া এসে বেড়ায় ভেসে ও চাপা ও করবী কোন সুরের মাতোয়ার হাওয়া এসে বেড়ায় ভেসে ও চাপা ও করবী কার নাচনে নুপুর বাজে জানি না যে জানি না যে সহসা ডালপালা তরুতলা যে ও
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Very
One
nice.
of my favorite songs, actually. I love
Yes.
the. Okay, so our next participant is Uma Srija Sarkar. So Uma hasn't been taking classes for too long, just a few months, right, Uma?
Yeah.
Yes. And she is person of many, many interests. So she loves performing arts. She plays viola. She does two types of dancing, just like Prisha. She does Bharatnatyam and Odissi. She also recently has started up a new sports, and and that's what you're going to talk about, right? So
Yeah.
I was going to ask Uma, um, what is something that you picked up on your own and you're absolutely passionate about? And she gave me an answer, and that's what she's going to talk about today.
So
What is the thing that you're most passionate about and you love it and you picked it up, regardless of whether your parents told you or not?
yeah. So earlier this year, I picked up volleyball. It was actually when I started, it was a weird way. So I was watching this show that was related to volleyball. And me and my friend were both watching that show, and we decided like we want to try this sport. So one day after school, we went and we didn't have a volleyball, so we used a soccer ball and we were trying to imitate what the characters in the show were doing. And we really enjoyed it, even though our arms were like bruised and everything. And we persuaded our parents to like let us do volleyball. And a few weeks later, we started a clinic, our first clinic, and I really enjoyed it. And it's a really great sport. It's not one of the most popular sports like soccer or football, but I really like it because the rush of being on a team on a court where everyone is not screaming, shouting, and you feel really included because every player on the court has a really important job, and you feel very like included in the game, and it feels great. Yeah.
That is an amazing answer. But I have to tell the audience one funny thing, that sometimes I have to compete with volleyball. So Uma came to one music class and she said off the bat, Moitrimashi, I'm warning you, my voice is really hoarse because I screamed a lot. I think in volleyball you have to call out to each other and
Yeah.
you have to shout a lot. So she comes to me and says, I can't sing too much today because, my voice is very hoarse. But that's
So
a lovely answer. I love it. And, volleyball when I was growing up was really popular in India. And I think it is too. It is still now.
It is more popular because over here on the East Coast, it is got to be only during certain seasons, right? So that is there, but it is very popular, and it's we always think of beaches when we think of volleyball, so it is awesome.
So today, Uma, you're going to perform a Tagore song for us. And so this is a Tagore song which I think every Bengali knows. It's one of the most popular songs. And I remember when I was young, we danced to it. And I think a lot of kids danced to it while growing up. So let's hear Uma's song now. This is also, was I going to? This is set in Tal Kaharba, which is 8 beats. So let's hear Uma's song now.
Namaskar.
Actually, Uma, I was thinking about the song as you were singing. It's very interesting. You talked about team spirit. The song is about team spirit. Only the difference is the team spirit is in music. So the song talks about a bunch of girls who are friends and they are getting together to sing and play instruments. How appropriate can that be?
And I was going to mark the same thing. I noticed that too, Moitri, and I said, "Oh, did you again select a song that was
Coincidence, my dear, completely
talks about
coincidence.
team spirit, talks about doing
Yes,
things together?"
absolutely.
But even otherwise, the song, as you said, I think it's a rite of passage for any Bengali family, part Bengali in my case. Either we have sung it, danced to it, or at least listened to it multiple times. So that
Absolutely.
brings
Absolutely.
back
Absolutely.
memories. So next we have guest
Dance.
performers.
Yeah.
So our next performance is going to be by the guest performers from Sharanya School of Dance. This is a performance in Odissi classical dance, and we are going to hear from their guru Shrabanti a little bit about her school, and then watch the performance.
Namaskar. Good afternoon. It is a real pleasure for my students of Sharanya School of Odissi to perform at Moitridi's December concert along with her hardworking and talented students. The dancers who have just entered middle school and have been learning Odissi basics for the past 2 years shall present the Dhyana Shlokam dedicated to Bhagwan Shiv, a shloka crucial for the Indian classical music and dance tradition, followed by a dance set to Pandit Madhuk Mudgal's Charishnu. I hope you enjoy.
Beautiful.
Very beautiful, and a lot of hard work by the students. I know just dressing up for a classical dance itself takes a couple of hours. And that's
Here,
just
Sravanti told me that they just started learning not too long ago, about a year and a half or something.
very nice, amazing. So, next, I would like to call Tanisha. Oh,
There.
there you are. Hello. So, Tanisha is 11 years old and she loves to sing. We all know that already. But she also loves dancing and crafts. But what we're going to present today is going to be not from any of these things in the list. It's going to be something very special. It's a secret she shared with us. Tanisha loves to whistle. And just so you know, Tanisha, that's something that I've never been able to do all my life. It's just, I've tried so hard. You have no idea.
Neither.
So, will you whistle a tune for us today so that we can hear it?
First, I whistle the actual song. Like I say that, sing the actual song. Then I whistle it so you know what it is. It's Fight Song by Rachel Platten. Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion. And I'm gonna whistle it. I learned how to whistle myself because I was watching a show and I saw that someone could whistle and I really wanted to do that. So then I asked my friend, because he could also whistle, how he whistled, and he kind of taught me how to whistle.
But Tanisha, I want to hear one more line.
Okay.
Okay. Sing the line and then the whistle.
I did do that.
Yeah, no, the next line.
Oh, okay. And all those things I didn't say, wrecking balls inside my brain, I'll scream them loud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time?
Wow.
I love it.
I
I'm so jealous right now.
shocked. Oh my goodness gracious me! You have to give me a class. It sounded so much in tune. If I whistle, it's absolutely untuned. Oh, good job,
Very
Tanisha.
good
That was
job.
Thank
so
Very
you.
good job. Thank you for sharing
very,
that with
very
us.
nice. Very, very nice. So, a little introduction of her song. So, she also is going to present a song composition by Rabindranath Tagore. The song that she picked is called Jonaki Ki Shukhyoi Dana Duti Melecho. It's a very beautiful song, I think, though it's considered a song of children's song rather, but I think it has very deep thoughts. So it's about the firefly, which the firefly gives out some light to the universe, but it is the composer is saying that this light is in no way less valuable than the light from the sun or the moon. How beautiful is that? So it is set in 6 beats or dadra tal. Let's hear it.
নমস্কার জোনাকি কি সুখে ওই ডানা দুটি মেলেছ ও জোনাকি কি সুখে ওই ডানা দুটি মেলেছ আধার সাঝে মনের মাঝে উল্লাসে প্রাণ হেরেছ ও জোনাকি কি সুখে ওই ডানা দুটি মেলেছ তুমি নও তো সূর্য নও তো চন্দ্র তোমার তাই বলে কি কম আনন্দ তুমি নও তো সূর্য নও তো চন্দ্র তোমার তাই বলে কি কম আনন্দ তুমি আপন জীবন পূর্ণ করে আপন আলো জেলেছ ও জোনাকি কি সুখে ওই ডানা দুটি মেলেছ তোমার আছে তা তোমার আছে তুমি নগরিনী কারো কাছে তোমার আছে তা তোমার আছে তুমি নগরিনী কারো কাছে তোমার অন্তরে যে শক্তি আছে তারি আদেশ পেয়েছ তুমি আধার বাঁধন ছাড়িয়ে ওঠো তুমি ছোট হয়ে নগো ছোট তুমি আধার বাঁধন ছাড়িয়ে
Namaskar.
That was beautifully sung.
Wonderful.
And such an inspiring song. Just a firefly, but to look within, within yourself, look at your own light and your inner strength. It's
Absolutely.
beautiful.
Absolutely. I love the words. So our next student, actually, his Ronak Day, in short, Ronnie. Ronnie is a senior, and he has been excruciatingly busy with his college applications, all kinds of stuff, and he wasn't able to really join the classes last couple of months, and I absolutely understand. I had to take an appointment. I have to take an appointment with him. Is that I'm so happy that he was able. He's here to talk to us. So, Ronnie, can you tell me what's happening in your life right now?
Well, besides college applications,
Besides yes.
that, which is taking a lot of my time. Right now, one thing that really brings me happiness is my job at Kumon. Because right now I'm working a job there, and one of the greatest things is teaching those kids, just like how you teach us students, really reaching out to them and teaching them like mathematics, reading. But it's just something really nice to connect with the younger generation and see how they are doing. And
there you go. Absolutely. That is phenomenal. That is fantastic. That you're spending this time to do this, and it gives you another area of happiness away from the stress of college applications, right? Well, good luck with your college applications. I'm sure you're almost done. But we are going to hear a song from you today, which was actually pre-recorded. But you did a beautiful job, and it's a song which has a very classical what's the word I'm looking for? It has a classical touch. It has a classical bass. So let's hear it from Ronnie, and it is based on teen tal, which is 16 beats. Thank you, Ronnie.
Momu udase momu antaru udase pallavu mor mare kun chanchalo বাতাসে মমু অন্তরু উদাসে মমু অন্তরু উদাসে জ্যোৎস্না চরিত নিশার ঘুমে জাগরণে মিশা জ্যোৎস্না চরিত নিশা ঘুমে জাগরণে মিশা চলো সুবাসে মম অন্তরু উদাসে মম অন্তরু উদাসে থাকিতে না দেখো কোথায় বাহির করে সুন্দর সুদূরে কোন নন্দন আকাশে অতীত দিনের পারে স্মরণ সাগর ধারে অতীত দিনের পারে স্মরণ সাগর ধারে বেদনা লুকানো কোন ক্রন্দন আভাসে মম অন্তর উদাসে মম অন্তর উদাসে পরভূমর মরে কোন চঞ্চল বাতাসে মম অন্তর উদাসে মম অন্তর উদাসে
That was awesome.
Beautiful.
We're all fans of Ronnie's singing, so that was very enjoyable.
And it's one of the more complex songs compositions of Tagore, and he handled it with so much elan.
So I would like to call Miti
Hemontika.
Hemontika. Yes, we call her lovingly Miti, which means sweet. So Hemontika, are you here?
There she is.
Hi.
All
Pretty.
dressed up.
Yes. So Hemontika is 11, and apart from music, which she loves, she also dances Odissi dance. She loves to read. She is an active participant of a baking club. Okay, that is really, really cool. And last but not the least, you also learn Madhubani painting, which is Indian folk art, very specific from certain regions of India. Miti, will you show us something that you've made using Madhubani art?
Uh, yes. So I I made this, and
Wow.
I also made this.
Mug.
Wow. That is beautiful. Now, Madhubani art focuses a lot on nature. So I see that you worked on a fish and then you did a bird. How much time did it take you to make that mug?
The mug took a few days because after you're done drawing the design, you have to like bake it so the design doesn't like wash away.
Of course, of course. Yes, that is absolutely beautiful. That is very, very creative. Mochi, will you tell us a little bit of what she is performing?
Of course. Of course. They are beautiful, by the way. Amazing. Thank you. Hemontika / Miti will be singing a song which is again a Tagore's composition. This song was written by Tagore celebrating spring. But both Miti and I agree that the song reminds us very much of the colors, fall colors of New England, right, Miti?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So let's hear the song from you. Set in Kaharba, 8 beats.
Namaskar.
ঘাসে প্রজাপতি দোলে ঘাসে ঘাসে মৌমাছি ফিরে যাচ্ছি ফুলের দক্ষিণা পাখায় বাজায় তার ভিখারির বীণা মৌমাছি ফিরে যাচ্ছি ফুলের দক্ষিণা পাখায় বাজায় তার ভিখারির বীণা মাধবী গানে বায়ু গন্ধে বিভোল দ্বার খোল ওরে গৃহবাসী খোল দ্বার খোল কাগজে দোল স্থলে জলে বন তলে কাগজে দোল দ্বার খোল ওরে গৃহবাসী
Wonderful, Meeti. Beautiful.
Melodious.
Another favorite song that we grew up with,
Yes.
right?
Just reminds us, I keep moving away from the script because I keep
Go
getting
back to our
immersed in the
chat.
music. Yes.
All right. So our next participant is Kaushani Mukherjee. So interestingly, Kaushani started with me during the pandemic, and she lives in Michigan. So her whole training has been via Zoom, remote in the true sense of the word. She is 12. There she is. We call her Chini. By the way, everyone, Chini's Chini means sugar, and she is sugary. She's a lot of sugar. Chini is 12. She participates in science and math Olympiads. She loves arts and crafts. She loves nail arts, which I sometimes see her when I teach her. And she also loves baking. And now I want to ask you, but she has more in her bag that she has picked up. And so can I ask you, what have you picked up during summer on your own, among other things? One of the things.
Okay, one of the things I absolutely love is crocheting. I picked it up this summer. The main reason I started was because I was bored and I felt like I needed a new challenge in my life. And one of my mom's friends, she can make amazing patterns and scarves and hats and things from a single ball of yarn. And I find that so fascinating. I thought that I wanted to do something like that too. My main teacher was YouTube. It was really hard at first. I kept skipping stitches and having to unwind it and then redoing it, but I didn't give up. I kept doing it until I reached a final product. I actually made this scarf.
Can you wear it for us? Demonstrate. There you go. Oh my goodness gracious me.
And I also made this little hat.
Oh my goodness, wear it. That is amazing. Can you imagine? That is absolutely phenomenal.
So are you taking orders, Chini?
That was going to be my question too. All right. Thank you, Chini. That was beautiful. So Chini is going to present us Swaramalika and Bandish in Rag Yaman, set to 16 beats or teen tal. Thank you. That was gorgeous.
That was, I would not have guessed that she's not, that she has started learning recently from you.
Just very recently, actually. Thank you. Thank you, Chini. And so our next featured artist, another featured artist, would be actually an adult student of mine. His name is Nilotpal Ghosh. So he also started just absolutely very recently, I think 3 months or something like that, 3 or 4 months. And so Nilotpal grew up in a family which held music close to its heart. And he has told me that there are lots of music related stories that circulate among the musicians in his family. They actually have musicians in the family. Currently, Nilotpal works as a geochemist in Boston University and pursues music as a passion. And he will also sing a Tagore song based on Rag Yaman and also based on Tal Kaharba, an 8-beat structure. Let's hear Nilotpal's music.
পরবাসী চলে এসো ঘরে পরবাসী অনুকূল সমীরণ ভরে অনুকূল সমীরণ ভরে চলে এসো চলে এসো চলে এসো ঘরে পরবাসী চলে এসো ঘরে পরবাসী ওই দেখো কতবার হলো খেয়া পারাপার ওই দেখো কতবার হলো খেয়া পারাপার সারি গান উঠিল অম্বরে চলে এসো চলে এসো চলে এসো ঘরে পরবাসী চলে এসো ঘরে পরবাসী আকাশে আকাশে আয়োজন বাতাসে বাতাসে আমন্ত্রণ আকাশে আকাশে আয়োজন বাতাসে বাতাসে আমন্ত্রণ মন যে দিল না সাড়া তাই তুমি গৃহ ছাড়া মন যে দিল না সাড়া তাই তুমি গৃহ ছাড়া নির্বাসিত বাহিরে অন্তরে চলে এসো চলে এসো চলে এসো ঘরে পরবাসী চলে এসো ঘরে পরবাসী অনুকূল সমীর সমীরণ হরে অনুকূল সমীরণ ভরে চলে এসো চলে এসো চলে এসো ঘরে পরবাসী চলে এসো ঘরে পরবাসী
Nilotpal, that was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
One of my favorite compositions, actually. We are coming towards the end of our program, and we have two more wonderful adult students that we are going to end our program with. And first, you're going to introduce her.
Yes. So our next featured artist is Shupriya Lahiri. Shupriya is an emeritus professor in the Department of Economics at UMass Lowell. That is her day job, and she obviously loves singing, and she loves the deep philosophy in Tagore's poetry. That's what pulls her to the music, and she sings and learns with all her heart. We want to hear what Supriya is going to sing. Mochi, will you tell us a little bit about the song itself?
So this song is set in 6 beats. Shupriya Di, I call her Di. She's older than me. But Shupriya Di always selects the songs which have very deep-rooted philosophical concepts. And interestingly, I never select songs for her. She does it for me. She has selected some songs which I haven't visited for a long time, and that also gives me another enthusiasm to visit the song with her. So this particular song is set in 6 beats or dadra. So let's hear the song from Shupriya Di.
যেদিন সকল মুকুল গেল ঝরে আমায় ডাকলে কেন গো এমন করে আমায় সকল মুকুল যেতে হবে যে পথ বেয়ে শুকনো পাতা আছে যেতে হবে যে পথ বেয়ে শুকনো পাতা আছে হাতে আমার শূন্য ডালা কি ফুল দেব আমায় ডাকলে কেন এমন করে
Beautiful, Shupriyadi. Uh,
Was
sings with
mesmerizing.
so much passion. She sings with a lot of heart, a lot of passion, and
I
a lot
was
of.
good. Yeah, sorry. I was just going to say the same thing. I was like, you could see that she's enjoying singing so much. Um, that it's not just for the audience, but for also herself.
Absolutely, absolutely. So our very last presenter is Shayantoni Nyogi, and she's also one of my adult students. And Shayantoni, here she is, looking beautiful. So Shayantoni, you're a scientist, you're a busy mom, you're always running around, and you're a busy wife, and you still find time to take classes and practice them, and you do it with so much sincerity. And one thing that amazes me about you is that you pick the most complex pieces. You don't just go the easy route. I mean, a lot of times I would kind of goad you like, would you like to take this? And you never say no. And you pick the ones which are tougher and not often heard of. So in fact, the song that you will be singing today is a kirtonango song. I bet you, Orpita, not many people who are here have heard that song. I can almost bet you. I love this song myself, but not many people attempt it. Now, I have a question for you. I know you face challenges when learning these pieces, and I'm sure you delight in the process as well. So, can you explain what your challenges are and what your delights are?
Well, thanks for the question, Moitredi. So, yeah, I mean, I'll answer the what's the delightful part first. So, I think learning from you and learning Robindra Shongit has helped me really appreciate the meaning of the notation. Each and every notation depicts the mood of the song. So, for example, if there's a hoshonto, if there's a komol shor, it sets the mood for it, and that's something that I always learn from you, and that's helped me absorb the song. And well, for the difficult part is kind of linked with the delightful part that when you know the meaning and you know what the final tone of the song is. It's that if I'm always worried, if is my rendition of the song going to do justice to the meaning of the song? Am I being able to put it the way it should be? So I think, yeah, that's what I would say is they're both linked to one another, and I think kudos to you for explaining the song in that manner to me.
Thank you, Shantini, and your answer is delightful as well. I learn a lot from my students in the process, and today was a learning process from your answer.
Thank
so
you.
Let us listen to Shayantoni's song. This one is a kirtonango song, and you will hear that particular genre creeping in and out of the song. It's very beautiful, and it is also it is a love song. Now, who the lover is, that is ambiguous for you to decide. Let's hear it.
বাজে অঙ্গ মাঝে আজি নিরালা কুঞ্জে নব বসন্তে লতায় লতায় পাতায় ফুলে পানি হিলোলো উঠে প্রভাতের স্বর্ণ কুলে পাতায় ফুলে আমার দেহের বাণীতে সে গান উঠেছে দোলে এই বরণ গান নাহি পেলে মান মুড়ি বোলা যে ও হে প্রিয়তম দেহে মনে মম ছন্দ বাজে দেহে মনে ছন্দ বাজে আজি নিরালা কুঞ্জে অর্ঘ্য তোমারো আনিনি ভরিয়া বাহির হতে অর্ঘ্য তোমারো ভেসে আসে পূজা পূর্ণ প্রাণে আপন স্রোতে অর্ঘ্য তোমার মোর তনময় উচ্ছলে হৃদয় বাঁধন হারা অধীরতা তারি মিলনে তোমারি হোক না সারা বাঁধন হারা ঘন যামিনীর আধারে যেমন ঝুলিছে তারা দেহ ঘেরে মম প্রাণের চমক তেমনি রাজে সচকিত আলো নেচে উঠে মন সকল কাজে আজি নিরালা কুঞ্জে আমার অঙ্গ মাঝে বরণের ডালা সেজেছে আলোকমালার সাজে অঙ্গ মাঝে আজি নিরালা কুঞ্জে
That was outstanding, Shantani. It was absolutely beautiful. This brings us to the end of today's concert. I appreciate all of the audience and I thank all of you for being here consistently, cheering on the students, appreciating them. I cannot tell you how thankful and how grateful I am. And I also want to again thank Peishan and Sargent Memorial Library. I also want to take this moment to thank the cultural councils, mass cultural councils, which supported this program, specifically Acton, Boxborough, Littleton, Concord, Sudbury, and Westfort. Thank you so much. It was Orpita Nar, my pleasure. And Orpita, you want to add something?
I want to say the same thing. Thank you so much. It is wonderful being part of a cultural council program, because we are able to share this music, this dance, this cultural presentations, not just within our community, but across all the diversified community, across all the towns. We will try and post the channels on which it will get aired on. We can do that at the same on Facebook where this is.
Isn't
So
that exciting though?
it is exciting.
Exciting that we are going, this is going to be posted, and it's going to be posted over several days. We'll keep you updated.
Yes.
And this program will also be on Facebook. So please share it with anyone who didn't have the time to watch it. Please do share it, and we would really appreciate it. And please bless these students. They are really hardworking and putting a lot of time and enthusiasm into this.
And thank you, Moitri, for inviting me to be a part of this. This is an absolute honor. It was just
Last but
wonderful.
not least, my beautiful, wonderful co-host, who's also the main. She basically gives that enthusiasm and has that tenacity to push me, and she's always an amazing support. Thank you, Orpita. Cannot thank you enough.
And you have to thank someone who's managed to have this all sequentially put in.
Yes. Yes. Thank you to my husband, Raja Chakraborty, who actually seamlessly put this on, shared everything, and he's always behind the scene, but without whom we could not have done any digital programs. Thank you. Okay, so good afternoon, what do we say? Good morning? What time is it?
Good
wow.
night and good afternoon.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. And thank you, everyone. Namaskar.
Namaskar.